Hello again, welcome back. This time I'm showing an acrylic painting, another acrylic painting. If you're new to my channel, hello, I am Adero, a teacher, artist, mother, business owner. I wear many hats. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. This video will be showing my process in how I did one of my recent art pieces. Wow, this one was fun to do. It was stuck in my head since forever, and I was really happy with how it turned out. Sadly, 3/4 through the way my video died, so you couldn't see, I wasn't able to showcase the ending of it, how I did it, but you get to see the most of it, like the process and me doing it. And at the end you will see pictures of the end product. I was really happy. I was just obsessed with this idea of bubbles, and in these bubbles are eyeballs. I find eyes to be so fascinating, especially in the light. When you shine bright light on them or at the sides, you see these beautiful, unique patterns, and it's just very visually pleasing and aesthetic to the eye. And it's been stuck in my head for the longest time, so I finally decided to start it. I had gessoed the board and painted it black, and kind of use around different sizes round covers dipped in light paint to give the outlines of the bubbles, so I know where I wanted things to go. So I'm using white charcoal pencil to sketch out the eyes of the animals I'm using. I'm using animals this time. I didn't want to do humans because that's just very stressful and not ready yet. But I chose animals. You can write in the comment section if you can tell which animal eye I use for this. I am currently looking, you see me looking at, you see my hands moving, I'm looking at reference photos of the animals that I wanted to use for this piece. And it was so much fun. A lot of these animals have beautiful eyes. They're just so piercing and just so amazing. And I sometimes think, and wonder, what do animals see? How do they see? What is it like for them? What that perspective is like as someone who wears glasses and is severely visually impaired. Without them, it's always fascinates me. It's an avenue of curiosity. So that's art piece. It's called Eye of the Beholder. I know, corny, but it's fitting. They see the world so vastly and differently from us, and the eyes on this picture painting, these animals fly, some live in the ocean, some on land, it's a whole host of them. But it was fun. I didn't have any major crash out for this one, for this art piece. As those who know me, when I'm doing art, the crash outs are real. The art crash outs, if you know. The artists out there know when you're just stuck and you have to shout, and and anyone looking at you would think you're going crazy, but you're not. It's just a part of the process. You have your jamming out moments. You do a dance, do a jig, and then you go back. Yeah, this time it wasn't too bad. I did have a few moments, and I was figuring out along the way how to get a certain texture done, but it was good. So I'm gonna let you sit down and relax and watch, get inspired yourself, and I will intermittently, you hear my voice talking about the type of paint I use, the type of colors, brushes, and so on and so forth. All right, so enjoy. So for the eyes, I did a base layer in yellow ochre. I find yellow ochre to be a lovely base color for animal eye colors because it layers so well with yellows and greens. And it's just a really versatile color. So I just did a base in yellow ochre first and build on that as before I added the other details and textures that will go on top of it. As well as I use a lot of, what's that color called? Hooker's green, I believe. And I use cadmium yellow medium. I used Mars Black for the pupils, of course, and I used white. Oh, I also used a lot of umber and sienna mixed with the yellow ochre to get details of some of the eyes. Yeah, I think that's about it for the most part. And then I probably also used a little bit of ultramarine, I believe, and alizarin crimson to kind of give red hues where necessary for other small details and texture of skin around the eyes. I used those colors, lightened the ultramarine with titanium white to get the effect I want, such as reflection of light on the fur, if there's black fur, reflection of light in the eyes itself, the irises. I didn't just wanted to use pure white for that because, it's not always just white. There's other colors reflected in there. So I wanted to kind of showcase that. It worked out well. And yeah, I'm hoping that next video I'm getting a little bit better at videoing and, doing, showcasing what I do. I'm hoping to improve as well. So you can see the paint I use, the mixing process and what happens with that. So that's my next stage at some point. Hopefully I get better at that. Wish me luck. But for now, this is what I can do. And yeah, I hope it works.
It's after this point where my phone died, and I did not get to record doing the rest of it. So after this, you're going to see the end picture. Thank you for watching and stay blessed. Bye.